What's going on, y'all? We are at the Tall Chief Campground in Washington State. This is about 30-ish miles from Seattle to the east. This is an encore park that's owned by Thousand Trails. This is something you would have to have the Trails collection added to your Thousand Trails membership to be able to get in here. Or you can come here as a retail customer and pay rates just like you were going to a KOA or a Jellystone. Let's walk around and take a look at these campgrounds. Tanya hopefully is going to be joining me here shortly. We'll go check out some of the amenities. But you can see right here behind us, we actually got this site. We were delighted to find there's very few 50 amp sites. And I was driving past kind of the main road through here, and I saw over here, like I thought this 50 amp looked empty, but it took quite a bit of driving around to get back to it. And there was a paper on it, and we couldn't see it till we came down here. And then we saw this, and we had to read it twice. We were tired. We're like, oh, that we do qualify for that. We're over 36 feet. So we were very thankful, very lucky and blessed to be able to have gotten a 50 amp site that fit us nicely. The person that checked us in felt like our RV would fit in just about any of the campsites here, and I would strongly disagree with that. Thankfully, this site 175 works well for big rigs and has 50 amp. There are 0 sewer hookups at this campground. Here's site 163. This is a 30 amp. I may have been able to get the RV in here, but I don't think I would have had much of any room for the truck. But how about this foliage in here? Isn't this beautiful? Now this one, you've got a picnic table, on the ground firing with barbecue, and a stand-up barbecue pit. I don't think we even have that over on ours. Pretty sure we would have brushed up against all these small branches, but they're pretty gentle. A lot of fern type. Yeah, that's just the 30 amp. Looked like there was maybe 10 or 12 50 amp, and then everything else is 30 amp here. And one of the things that makes me nervous about all these trees, what happens when they come down, right? Trees got to come down sometime. Look at this big tree right here. Now that came down a long time ago. Oh look, that's a tents only site. Yeah, that came down a long time ago. But how long ago did that come down? Like I said, this stuff's making me nervous. I love the trees, but I think we've all seen some of those nightmare stories where a tree comes down and crushes an RV. And that's interesting that there's no 20 amp on this one. I got it back in here pretty far, and I'm not able to get back past the bicycles. I'm not too worried about it because we are only here for 2 nights. Stopped here just so that we could meet up with a friend. And Daisy's been hanging out over here. It's so shady. It's interesting how dark it is back in here. Hi, Daisy. Hi, Daisy. Oh. Hi, Daisy. You good girl. Yes, you are. So one of the things that concerned me when we got here, following the directions, as we turned right to go up this hill to come into this campground, it was really into, I guess, like a neighborhood or area. That hill was very steep, and we had almost no momentum. And it was one of those situations where the Ram truck just, I became concerned. I'm like, are we going to make it up this hill? This is extreme. It totally put the Cummins diesel engine to the test and may have, unfortunately, put the transmission a little bit too much to the test. I hope we didn't pick up any new problems just from that hill coming up here. That was concerning, very scary for me. Once you're in this campground and you're driving around, it looks like we're all level and flat, but when you get over towards kind of where the activity center is and the pool, there's steep hills within this campground too. So watch out for that as you're driving around. If you're struggling to get up the hill, there's more opportunity to struggle. Checked out the bathhouse. In fact, I used the bathhouse. There's 2 showers and quite a few toilets. It was very busy. I was actually surprised, like people were waiting for showers. There's a sign out front talking about, as of January 2024, this bathhouse will now be open 24 hours. And I'm just sitting here thinking, who doesn't have a bathhouse? Who doesn't have a bathhouse that's open 24 hours? That's kind of ridiculous. Who's closing and locking down bathhouses? And why? I don't know what the history or story was before that, but that kind of really irked me to think about being at a place like this and they're like, oh, we're locking up the bathhouse now. Okay. And then they do still lock up the laundry room. They have a fairly decent laundry room. I went and checked it out. But there's a bunch of signs that talk about we're locking it up at 7 o'clock. And if your clothes are in there, that's too bad. Don't come looking for security to open up the door. You're going to just have to wait till the next morning to get your stuff. Why? I guess there's always a fear that people are going to try to break open the washing machine so they can steal the quarters. But they actually have this washing machine completely converted to 0 quarters. So I think the only area of opportunity for a thief would be the Coke machine. Is it the Coke machine? No, it was the snack machine that only accepts dollars and quarters. So get rid of the snack machine and open up 24 hours. I don't understand these laundry rooms behind closed gates even that need to close at 7 p.m. That's just ridiculous. So kitty corner from the bathhouse right there and laundry. Tanya discovered this green space here for the dogs where they put a poop bag station right there. It seems like it would be like a dog park, like they intended it for that, but they didn't fence it in. So I don't think that letting Daisy off the leash is the best of ideas, as much as we'd like to. Look at these tall trees. So also right here by the laundry room, we've got the dump station. There's 2 areas where you can dump. Interesting, they got these hoses on these reels. Please do not bend the hose. Oh, okay. And I'm sure you can hear the ringing noise, and I think that is the septic tank. I think the septic tank is full because it's kind of stinky around here. Daisy's like, I must walk close to Daddy. Alright, we are going to go and drive over to the activity center so we can check that out. We have limited time here, so we didn't want to spend too much time walking everywhere. We'll check out some of these campsites that are over here. Now, I believe even if you pay for a site, like you're not a Thousand Trails member, I believe that you still have first come, first serve, which is odd to me. Typically when I'm paying money for a site, it's going to be, I book a specific site. So it's an interesting situation. But apparently this park does well enough off of people that are paying to come camp here. I mean, it's only 30 miles from Seattle, so probably this is just a lot of people from the Seattle area. There's some cabins. A lot of beautiful flowers around here. Great trees. All right, we're coming up here in the activity center, and there looks like a fairly new playground right there. That looks nice. Mini golf over there on the right. There's nobody over here. I hope this is open. This is the activity center down here. You can see a few RV spots right up there on top of the hill. Let's go see what they've got to offer. We've got a, I guess, volleyball or badminton net set up over here. Needs to be mowed. The flowers are pretty, but might be a little interesting to try to play in that when it's so tall. Then you've got a couple basketball courts, tennis courts, pickleball. I guess that's what the kids are calling it these days. Some beanbag toss right there. I like those. They're nice and solid. They're not going anywhere. Oh, there's a sauna back here. Everything is locked up though. They don't open till 11 a.m. Rec room or activity room. I like to see over there, there's more of something over there. Oh, here's the other side. There's a pool table in there. And looks like a TV over a fireplace. There's the pool over there. There's some horseshoes here. Mini golf is over there. And then it looked like there were some more horseshoes on the other side of the pool. These trees are huge, especially that one. That tree is huge. There's a good look at the swimming pool. Here in the trees is the playground.
Open log thing, Ginger was laying inside of it.
Our friends Jarhead and Ginger have been here and did a review. So I guess this playground's been here for at least 2 years. Looks pretty nice. And 2 more rounds of horseshoes over here. Let's see if I can get eyes on the hot tub back this way. There you go, another great shot of the pool. It's nice having a little camera. Looks like the horseshoes need to be mowed a little better. Over here on the end is the hot tub. And the worker right now, he's going around filling stuff up, adding the chemicals, getting everything safe. Looks pretty decent. I've seen some photos of it. Looks like a pretty good hot tub. Oh, it looks like you got access from the men's and women's room. So you could go through, there's probably like a shower, locker room kind of thing. Not a huge hot tub. Looks like maybe good enough for 8 people, if that. Get over the size of these trees out here. Being from the San Antonio area, we're just not used to big trees. Down in San Antonio, it's abnormal for a tree to grow over 30 feet high. So to see big behemoths like this is amazing. I mean, I've seen bigger trees, but it's a big tree. The mini golf right here, it says 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., I believe, or 8 p.m. It's got a cabinet over here that gets locked up. Let's go see what's in that cabinet. There you go, clubs and balls. It is a nice feature when you can play mini golf without having to pay extra. We've been to some KOAs where they wanted to charge you for every game of mini golf. I think that's moss growing on the roof. There's some really tall dandelions out here. And a lot of them. I'm seeing 1 goal there for frisbee golf up on the hill. I haven't seen anywhere else or any mention of it. Don't know if they're intending for you to still use it or if it's just been abandoned. Right this way, I was talking about, there's a hill within the campground. You got to go that route to get to quite a few RV spots. That was pretty steep when you're towing a big rig. Some station is popular as people are heading out. Just driving around some of the other areas, seeing other kind of campsites that are available. That one's decent. That one's a little bit small. This one's over there. Pretty good size. We would have fit in that. Not so much. I mean, we might have fit into that. Move the picnic table, obviously. This North Point's got empty spots on both sides of it. This is the road we turned down right here, and it looks way too narrow, but we made it through here to get to our site. Just after that black ram right there is our spot. While you're staying at the Tall Chief Campground, you can come over and check out the Snoqualmie Falls. It's only about 9.6 miles from the campground. Right down there. Oh my goodness, it's amazing. We're just stopping in real quick before we head over to our friends Dusty and Regina. We thought we'd come over here and see the Snoqualmie Falls real quick. It's beautiful. Parking is kind of a madhouse getting in here, but you are supposed to be able to bring your RV in. But a bunch of people were taking the RV parking, including us. I'm like, all these other cars are parking in the RV, bus, and semi-truck parking. There was 2 RVs. I just squeezed in behind another RV. I'm like, I'm gonna pretend like I'm a large truck. And Tanya's like, you are a large truck. That is the Lodge and Spa. It's pretty cool. They got this covered bridge going over the road. You can see people stacking up to wait to get a spot.
They might have tried to get out of here.
Yeah, getting out of here is probably pretty crazy too. This is a Saturday, so hopefully during the week, if you stop here during the week, it's not as bad. They got an RV spot, and you can see our truck up there with an RV in front of it. Well, that's all we got for this review of Tall Chief. We're only here for 2 nights, so we didn't really have a lot of time to dedicate to spending more time at the park. But we wanted to show you everything that we found. We hope that you enjoyed this video. Remember that life happens.
Don't let it stop you.
Stay fresh, cheese bags.